So hi guys, we are Vishna! So, pwede ilasan ako ang akong duha katapadri na mga gwapa. Kani siya si
Sheila.
ug kani siya si
Juana.
So karon we're gonna talk about leadership styles and klase-klase na leadership styles. So, first one is authoritarian, second one is democratic, third one is laissez-faire, delegative, and fourth is transformational, fifth is transactional, sixth is servant leadership, seventh is coaching. So, 7 na leadership styles ang atong itakal na. So, for you to know the leadership styles, so leadership styles are the different approaches leaders use to influence and guide their teams. There's no single best style, as the most effective approach depends on factors like team's characteristics, like the task at hand and the organizational culture. However, several common leadership styles are frequently identified. So, ngayon natin malalaman kung ano ang gamit ng authoritarian leadership style. So, who's gonna go first?
Me.
Okay.
So, let me discuss to you first what is the definition of authoritarian or autocratic leadership style. So, the leader makes decisions independently with title to no input from team. So, they provide clear directions and expect strict adherence to rules. So, ang advantages na leadership is it is efficient in crisis situations, clear directions, quick decision making. While the disadvantages of this leadership style is that it tends to full creativity and innovation, and also it demotivates team members, potential for resentment and low morale. Best suited for situations requiring immediate action and clear direction. The second one is the democratic or participative leadership style. So the definition of this leadership style, it is just the leader involves the team in decision-making process. They encourage collaboration, feedback, and open communication. And the advantages of this leadership style is it fosters team engagement, boosts morale, encourages creativity by it. And the disadvantages, on the other hand, it can slower decision-making, potential for conflicts if there is disagreement, may not be suitable for tasks requiring quick action. It is best suited for situations requiring team buy-in and collaborative problem solving. So the next is discussed by Sheila, which is the laissez-faire and
Hi guys, so for now let's talk about the laissez-faire or delegative. So by definition, the leader provides minimal guidance and allows the team significant autonomy. They trust the team's ability to self-manage. So yung mga advantages po aning laissez-faire is that it promotes individual growth, empowers team members, and encourages independence. While yung mga disadvantages din ito is it can lead to lack of direction and coordination, and it also requires highly skilled and motivated teams, potential for inconsistency, best suited for highly skilled and self-motivated teams working on clearly defined tasks. So, whereas yung transformational, so its characteristic is that the leader inspires and motivates the team to achieve extraordinary results. They focus on long-term vision, creating a shared sense of purpose, and fostering individual growth. Yung mga disadvantages nito, it's high levels of motivation, increased innovation, long-term cohesion, while yung mga disadvantages is that it requires strong communication skills, can be demanding and time-consuming. So best suited for fostering innovation, change, and long-term growth. So for further leadership styles, will be discussed by
Vina! So, the next one is transformational. So, characteristics, the leader inspires and motivates the team to achieve extraordinary results. They focus on long-term vision, creating a shared sense of purpose and fostering individual growth. Advantages: high levels of motivation, increase innovation, strong team cohesion. And the disadvantages is requires strong communication skills, can be demanding and time-consuming, best suited for fostering innovation, change, and long-term growth. So the fifth one is transactional. Characteristics: the leader focuses on clear goals, rewards, and punishment to motivate the team. They establish clear expectations, provide feedback based on performance. The advantages: clear expectation, consistent performance, straightforward system. Disadvantages can be overly focused on short-term results, may not foster creativity or intrinsic motivation, best suited for team tasks and maintaining consistency.
And for the sixth one is the servant. Leadership. So the characteristics of servant leadership, it is the leader prioritizes the needs and well-being of the team. They focus on empowering and supporting team members to achieve their full potential. So the advantages is it can build trust and strong relationship, enhances team morale and productivity, focus on team development. While the disadvantages, on the other hand, can be time-consuming, and it also requires strong interpersonal skills, best suited for fostering positive and supportive
mentor and coach, and guiding team members to develop their skills and achieve their goals. They provide regular feedback and support. So, ang mga advantages nito ay it enhances team member skills and capabilities, builds confidence, fosters individual growth, while the disadvantages are it requires considerable time and effort, not suitable for all situations or team members, best suited for developing team members' skills and fostering long-term growth.
So, these 7 leadership styles, so asa mo mas favorable, both of you? Ikaw muna, Joanna.
For me, actually, depende man good sa field na ma-apply. But for me, like, for my own opinion, I would choose the democratic one because, syempre, it's not just about the leader itself, it is about all the members na dapat i-consider na to ang kung say majority good sa usa ka decision na buhaton as a team. So, it can be applied in politics or maybe in a group. And yeah, we are makarelate po that at the same time since here in the Philippines, we are the democratic country. So guys, hapit na ba? Or pag ma-release na rin ang video, mala ang election nata guys. So, vote wisely good guys. We are a democratic, dapat ato adyong i-vote itong mga leaders na can also assess and be a great leader to our country that can contribute best policy and serve us. Kasi diba, they are the one who serves us. They are the leader, and they can be a good leader, and alam mo yun, dapat i-consider atong feelings and atong mga financial
Especially when it comes to kanang mga kumpanya, mga business establishments. So in order to kanang i-push na to ang atong mga workers or employees, like ma-motivate sila kay it's tungod sa kanang like rewards and of course sa punishment or mga consequences din if ever nga dili nila ma-perform og taro nga ilahang gipermahan na contract. So yun lang. So ikaw, unsa kay ma-suggest nimo or unsa imong preferences when it comes to leadership styles?
So, I think my preferences for the leadership styles are both 7, kay naman gud siya impact tanan, including the coaching, the transformational and transactional, the democratic, and the laissez-faire delegative. So, for me, ang pinaka-crucial sa kuan na part is democratic. Because man god, we have voice man god. Ang members has a voice sa ilang sa leader nila na para maano nila ba makahatag sila suggestions regarding sa ilahang buhaton. But at the end of the day, these leadership styles man good are very important. So para sa ako kung sa inyong pilion, like it has an impact man dyan good. So mao lang to siya guys, and
yeah, as what she said, na it is very important to have a leader kasi diba kung saan pagkaisa sa isa ka group if walang mag-lead, but it is just like it was different in terms of field, in terms of leadership styles kumbaga. So as much as possible we can apply a good leader that can also consider the opinion of their members. So, wala na ba kayong ma-advise, Michelle?
I think I'm all set. How about you?
I'm all set too. So, I think that it's good na masabta na to ang klase na leadership
Guys,
And also, guys, I hope na sa mga podcast may matutunan kayo. Even though it's not that long podcast, but syempre, it serves as a lesson to us as a human being, as a people in field of psychology.
Yeah.
Or in other field man. So yun guys.
So, for last is dapat jud kung mag-choose tag leader, choose a leader that dili lang siya good sa iyahang para sa sarili lang or para good sa mga mamamayan.
Yes.
Like, yeah, like, wala man jud perfect na tao, wala man kayo perfect na leader. But, choose a leader that has a care for people. So, mara to siya. And, Aja! Bye-bye!